ओ रांझा रांझा कर दी नी मैं आपे रांझा होई सदो नी मनु ती दो रांझा ते मनु हीर न आखो कोई रांझा मैं विच ते मैं रांझे विच हो मनु होर ख्याल न कोई हो देखो लोको हीर सलेटी ओ किथे जा खलोई नी मैं कमली यार दी कमली नी मैं कमली यार दी कमली नी मैं कमली यार दी.
I think that's amazing. I mean, everybody knows that, Gurdas Man plays a big part in your life. He's your musical idol. Did you think at any point that what the reaction might be from people for doing so many Gurdas Man covers? Because that's something that, it's always going to be one of those, shall I not? He's such an icon. Did you actually know that the risk was going to pay off, or did you think, I'm not quite sure?
Well, it was a risk.
Yeah.
He's a great artist to sing. It's a traditional song to sing what he's already sung. Actually, it was a great honor. Actually, a couple of years back, I was in India, and he was performing, and they actually mentioned that he did a Kamli Yaar Dive. I was at the same function.
Okay.
And he said Sardara song Kamli Yaar Di, and I really liked it. Huh. And he actually called me on stage to sing Challa with him.
He'd actually heard the album. Back 18 years ago, when I took it to Bombay, and we played it to the producers in India, and the producers were going, they'd not heard this sound ever before because of the bass lines and the sampling that we had done, and the melodies were great melodies. You see, the melodies were there. We were just working around the melodies. Yeah. And the youngsters in Bombay, they were going wild. I mean, they couldn't get this particular CD anywhere, which is, again, the same situation that we're with here in this country, that people
even I haven't got it at the moment.
Even I didn't have a copy of it, would you believe? And hence the reason why we are exposing this particular album is for the awareness, so that people know that this actual album did exist, and maybe I think we're told anyway, and it's a nice feeling that it was sort of way ahead of its time. Yeah.
Did you know that was the step that you wanted to take, that you wanted to incorporate these samples that were almost new back then?
Yeah, it was. Again, I think what happens is when you start producing music, and every producer they have their days. Yeah. And every producer, you can go back in history. Currently, you've got your Raman Hairs and you've got Sukhjinder Shinders, and they work in the studio constantly, so they know the directions they want to go, what they're producing, etc. Back in those days, we were doing exactly the same. We were in the studio, so we knew what the sounds were. We knew, oh, that's a new sound, let's incorporate that in this song. That was the way forward, and this particular album, I mean, although it only had 6 songs, we worked like mad with 2 or 3 of the songs. There was one particular song that we only did in half a day.
Half a day.
Which was the most successful song on the
Apna Sangeet. So literally it just took a day to make?
Yeah.
That took half a day. We were actually meddling around with another song, and I said to Sardara, I said, this isn't working out.
It's not working out. Yeah. And I said, well, we've got this song, Indrajit Hasanpuri came from it. He wrote this song called Apna Sangeet. He said, well, have you got, I said, I haven't got the lyrics, so I'll ask Jinder Kang had the lyrics. So from the studio, found had the lyrics, and we went and recorded.
Yeah. And that started working on it in the afternoon, and that I think when it was released, for the next 6 to 8 years, certainly at that time, you didn't hear any other song but Apna Sangeet. Wow.
I'll be honest with you, even today, that is still, a DJ's, kind of wild card. I'm going to keep that there just in case I need it, because, it became, almost the band's anthem, even though it wasn't the band's album. And, I think, why did you think it was going to be that big? I mean, you asked. Everybody asks that question.
We had absolutely no idea that this song was ever going to work. We were sort of penning our hopes on the very first track. And then we also thought on Akhiya because of the way we arranged the music.
It was a very, 90s style that track was.
But I think with Apna Sangeet, lyrically it was a fantastic song written, and I suppose we just kept it simple. I think it was the simplicity that really took it further.
We've talked about the track. Would you like to? Ignore the line.
I'll do the hoi hoi bit.
Okay. Or you can do the Apna, I'll do the hoi hoi bit. हो अपना संगीत वजे अपना संगीत हो अपना संगीत वजे अपना संगीत आओ पाइए भंगड़ा ते नाले गाइए गीत आओ पाइए भंगड़ा ते नाले गाइए गीत अपना
होय होय
अपना
होय होय
अपना संगीत वजे अपना संगीत.
There was also another track which was a cover of your own track,
Soho Road.
Soho Road Returns.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that track again? Because again, you know, just like with the Gurdas tracks, it's already an iconic track. It's a track that everybody knows. Yeah. Even today, people will, you know, I want to hear the Apna Sangeet version. Why did you decide that you wanted to do a different take or a different twist on a classic track?
Actually, we decided because, you know, to show the female part of it.
Because Paramjit Pami was also part of it. Yeah.
It was like a duet song. So instead of me just saying, so we decided to see the other side of it.
Okay.
You know, that was the whole part, to make it a bit different to the original. And Jinder Kangar actually wrote some of the lyrics on that one.
So what did the lady eventually say then?
The ladies, we still didn't find each other. still, she's looking for me and I was looking for her.
Would you like to give us a few lines of that? Because I think, you know, a lot of people...
Soho Road. Soho Road utte tannu labda ferani makanna vich mundara pa ke India ਚ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਜੋ ਲੜਾਈਆਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੀ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਈ ਬਲੈਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਸੋਹ ਰੋਡ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੋਹ ਰੋਡ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੋਹ ਰੋਡ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਭਦਾ ਫੇਰਾਂ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਦਰਾਂ ਪਾ ਕੇ.
What would you say so that is your favourite track on the album? I know, you know, I always ask artists this question, and it, you know, har ek artist kehanda eda sare gaane mere bacche mang gaya, you know, I'm going to pick. Is there one that you think, oh, do you know what, I love that track?
No, it'll have to be Apna Sangeet. It was, though the song, so the musically, Kamli Yardi was a great song. For personally, because it was simplicity, and everybody stood the song, it was very catchy song.
That's the one that will always do for you. Yeah. And Amarjit, you know...
That's the one still, at the time now, still, wherever I go, people ask me to sing that song.
And Amarjit, you know, the kind of, the genius behind the desk, behind the sampling machines at the time, you've got all these different ideas going off. Which track do you think, in your opinion, came together perfectly?
I think musically it has to be Kamli Yardi Kamli, and Akhiyan Rikhiyan as well. Because I remember the amount of time we spent on it, and just generally the arrangements on there and the background music that we put in, and so much so because doing Kamli Yardi Kamli, it's a phenomenal song already, you see. How do you make it better than what it was? That's what was going in my mind at the time, and I was saying, God, this is the greatest song. How do we make it better than what it is? So you know, it was a hard task, but I think we took it into another dimension, and it was appreciated.
Do you ever think? I mean, you did do Jam to the Bhangra, as in the part 2 of it. Do you think there's going to be a time where something like that would occur between Amarjit Sidhu and Sardara Gill, or, you know, do you think anything as iconic as that could be possible again?
Never say never to anything, but I think there's always a period in your life that you feel, whatever it may be, whether it's music producing, whether you're playing or whatever, when you feel that you're at the height of your profession or whatever. And I think
if you get the right time, right song, depends.
As you get older, obviously things change. You see, your responsibilities, the whole outlook to life changes and whatever. I'm sure, when we got a bit more time,
probably
you'll never know. Incorporate your dad in there.
We did a lot of Kamli's we've always worked on every Kamli.
Yeah, yes, the Kamli series as well.
Yeah.
Amarjit, thank you very much for taking time to come in.
pleasure.
Do you have any messages that you'd like to give
Well, I think
your fans?
I think on
just,
behalf of both us, wishing
both of us,
everyone a Merry Christmas and a
And a
Happy New
happy,
Year.
prosperous, and a healthy New Year.
New Year.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
ਨੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੀ ਦੋ ਰਾਂਝਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੀਰ ਨਾ ਆਖੋ ਕੋਈ ਰਾਂਝਾ ਮੈਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਰਾਂਝੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਖਿਆਲ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੋ ਦੇਖੋ ਲੋਕੋ ਹੀਰ ਸਲੇਟੀ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਖਲੋਈ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀ ਯਾਰ ਦੀ ਕਮਲੀ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀ ਯਾਰ ਦੀ ਕਮਲੀ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀ ਯਾਰ